I have been selling snacks at school for a year now, and I've come to find out a lot of tricks and tactics to let your business to be the best one at your school, and I'm going to share one big topic with you in this video today. The main topic of today's video is the 8 best things to sell at school. I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of each item in depth. If you enjoy this video, be sure to check out our others. You can learn all about selling snacks at school. Tell us what you think about our pick and write yours in the comments. Text overlay, top 8 must-sell foods at school and work. Coming in at #8, we have sodas. It's not that I dislike selling sodas, but there are a lot of downsides to the drinks. For example, they are very heavy to carry around, you have to keep them cold. And if they are canned, they run the risk of popping, which has happened to me twice in the middle of class. And I didn't even sell sodas all the time. Don't think for a second that you can avoid the popping. It leaves a sticky mess, and it is not fun. Oh, how embarrassing that was. Even if you want to avoid this by buying bottles, they have an upcharge, and it's not even worth it over the other drinks you can be selling. Sodas are a sticky situation that you shouldn't have to deal with. However, sticking to the positives because it did make top 8, they generally are a good seller. And they don't take that much room compared to other drinks, and you can upcharge them on a warm day. They cost about 53 cents per unit in bulk, and you can sell them for $2, quadrupling your money. Still sticking to the suds also, if you carry them around all day, they could blow up in your customers' faces, leading to blowing up your image. Overall, a pretty good item to sell, just be cautious about cans bursting. Let me know in the comments if I should make a top 8 worst things to sell video. Securing a spot at number 7, we have lunch hot foods. Now this one is a little hard to pull off. If you want to sell lunchtime hot foods like hot dogs, pizzas or sandwiches, it will be tricky to keep them warm because many people won't want to buy lunch foods in the morning, so you must figure out a way to keep them warm for 4 hours until the lunch bell rings, or until a couple classes in when hunger starts to strike, which, in my experience, is the second best time to sell during the day after lunch. But if you figure out a way to keep them warm, then it will sell big time. They take a lot of room in your bag, though, so that is another downside. But seriously, this may be one of the most profitable fields on the list. Pastries are on this list for a reason, but there are also some negative sides. Pastries can be all sorts of things like honey buns, Twinkies, zebra cakes, and so many more. These are generally a well-profitable enough product, although I haven't been selling them as much as I should, so I don't know as much about this as I could. But with that being said, these are a great thing to sell. One negative side, though, is that they're easy to destroy. If they're in your bag and get crushed, then it is hard to sell them. However, if you keep them well maintained throughout the day, they could be a great moneymaker. At #5, we have candy. There are many ways to achieve free candy or cheap candy, which is why I'm suggesting this so high up. However, if you don't have ways of getting free candy, then it is unfortunately very expensive for you to get. But it also sells really well. If you put candy in a bag, or let customers ruffle through your selections, you'll almost always make a sale if they have money on them. Candy doesn't have a great profit on this list, but it does have a fair enough profit. You can charge it for about double the price and customers will still buy. To be clear, I am putting this under hot foods category, but because breakfast foods was the start of the day, it's so much easier to keep them hot. Because you just sell them the moment school starts, there is no trouble in keeping them hot like there is in hot foods for lunch. That being said, it does take a lot of work to prepare the food, like if you're selling breakfast burritos or cinnamon rolls, that would take a long time. I just thought of something that could bump up lunch foods on the list, and that is if you have a microwave accessible at school, you could use that to heat up your foods as long as the teacher who owns the microwave is okay with it. Now also, this is a very profitable one, considering that it is homemade or store-bought and upcharged, and you will most likely sell out of everything in the morning. I made the mistake of never accepting cards or Cash App or Venmo or anything like that, so be sure you use those payment methods when making sales. Trust me, you'll make a lot more money. Now enough with these tips. It's time to get to our top 3 picks. Drinks. The reason I placed the soda so low is because it is a very dangerous drink and pretty expensive. But regular drinks such as Capri Suns or Powerade, which I usually sell, are very profitable. Capri Suns especially only cost 1/4 per pouch, and I sell them for $1, making my profits quadruple. Any drinks that aren't super fizzy will also sell really well and won't cause a mess. If people buy spicy foods like Talkies, or even just normal food, they're probably going to want a drink as well if they don't have one. However, this isn't always the case, so don't lay it on thick. But regular drinks, such as Capri Suns or Powerade, which I usually sell, are very profitable. Capri Suns especially only cost $1/4 per pouch, and I sell them for $1, making my profits quadruple. Any drinks that aren't super fizzy will also sell really well and won't cause a mess. If people buy spicy foods like Talkies or even just normal food, they're probably going to want a drink as well if they don't have one. However, this isn't always the case, so don't lay it on thick. At second place we have chips. Chips like Talkies, Hot Fries, Hot Cheetos, Doritos. Dorito Dynamites are the best sellers, but really most chips sell out. You can sell 1-ounce bags for $1 and 2-ounce bags for $2. Literally, the only downside is that it can take up a lot of space and the bag can pop, resulting in having to throw it away. They are lightweight, and the closest next downside is that you'll have to go to the store a lot, because these are without a doubt the second best seller on the list. And yet it's not the first. But first, let's go over some honourable mentions. Honourable mention #1 are specialty cakes. You can sell cakes like tres leches, which includes a soak in the cake, which makes it more moist and more dense as well. You can also sell viral TikTok cakes, such as Cookie Monster, Strawberry Crunch and Oreo. These take up a lot of time, but they are very profitable as well, and you can sell them for a lot of money. Another honourable mention we have are seasonal treats. Treats that include s'mores near fall time, Christmas cookies at Christmas time, chocolate-covered strawberries for Valentine's Day, or Easter treats. The possibilities are endless, and creativity can soar high. Our final honourable mention are specialty treats in general. You can get super creative here. I've done deep-fried Oreos, chocolate-covered pretzels, candied apples and candied grapes, and cookies. Speaking of which, number 1, specialty cookies. I was very reluctant to put this at first place, because there is a major, and I mean major, downside to this. I'm talking about time. From my experience, it takes about 8 hours to prepare the week's amount. If you want me to make a video on my recipes and my types of cookies that I sell, tell me in the comments. But it is very exhausting. It's basically adding on another day of school to your busy week with how much work it is. But with that being said, oh my goodness, I don't think there is a better business model than this one if you plan to sell stuff at your school. I sell them for $3 a cookie, only spending about 50 cents on each cookie, and they sell like wildfire. They will make you rich if you can market correctly. I know 5 sellers at my school who only sell cookies and cakes and make bank. They're, as a matter of fact, are the only salesmen I know at the school, and they only sell cookies and specialty desserts, which shows how profitable that business model is. People pay more for your labour, and although it is a lot of labour like a lot, you will make bank. Thank you for listening to our pick. If you disagree with us, feel free to share yours in the comments if you enjoy selling snacks at school. Some people might interpret this as a passion of theirs, or even an art. And if you want to learn more, click on this video about the art of selling at high school. Thank you and have a great day.